Warm greetings and a virtual hug to the entire Secrets Behind the Stars family. You're back in the place where pop culture sparks become bonfires, where we go past glossy headlines to the heartbeat underneath. If you believe 2025 would tiptoe out without a twist, think again. Turkish celebland saved one last reveal for us, and it's the kind that makes timelines freeze and whispers turn into roars. We've watched premieres, watched trophies change hands, watched fashion dazzle. Yet a single curiosity kept pulsing through every scroll and story. When the lights fade and the door locks from the inside, who are our icons really? Tonight on Secrets Behind the Stars, we step beyond the velvet rope thanks to two names that define chemistry both on set and off, Can Yaman and Demet Özdemir. Buckle up, because what we're unpacking isn't PR packaging, it's intimacy, it's raw, it's the echo of a private life cracking open just enough for us to listen. Before we dive, a quick mission for our community: hit subscribe, tap that bell so you don't miss a heartbeat, and if you believe in the craft of thoughtful entertainment storytelling, consider pressing the join button. Your support keeps Secrets Behind the Stars independent, curious, and brave. Members get exclusive perks and a front row seat to conversations that matter. Ready to see what lies behind the curtain? Let's go. The closing days of 2025 stamped themselves onto Turkey's digital memory not with shock for shock's sake, but with a startling act of sincerity. Right as debates swirled, had they cooled off, had the media glare exhausted them, Can and Demet made a move no algorithm could predict. They opened what they called their private vault, a gallery of moments tucked safely on their phones, unseen and unedited. No handlers. No brand deals. No neat captions designed for maximum engagement. Just their life, as it breathed. The footage unfolds like a soft poem about being at home within the same world. We are whisked away from Istanbul's honking horns and streetlight shimmer to a refuge where wind and water do all the talking. And there, immediately, a surprise that feels almost like a confession: Demet appears without the armor of show business. No pancake foundation. No false drama. Just skin that belongs to morning, cheekbones alive under a window's gentle light. She doesn't need filters, she isn't reaching for approval. What she shares is presence. Next to her, Can's laughter rings bright and effortless, captured so cleanly it feels like it could fog the lens. He's not performing, his grin bubbles up and spills over, a soundtrack of ease. The air is calm enough to touch. You sense, quickly and completely, that their definition of luxury has nothing to do with things you can buy, only with the freedom to be unperformed. Secrets Behind the Stars family, pause and consider. In a world obsessed with flawless squares and rehearsed candids, how hungry are you for a glimpse of humanity? Tell us below. And while you're at it, if this kind of deep dive is your cup of tea, make sure to like this video. It's a small click with big impact. From there, their vault pivots into a real-life rom-com that requires no lighting rig. Forget scenes where everything lands perfect on the first try. The kitchen becomes the stage. Warm, a little chaotic, with music humming from a corner and flour dusting the counter like fresh snow. We catch Ken in full-on culinary mission mode, sleeves pushed up, brow furrowed with seriousness, determined to bake a surprise dessert for Demet. You can feel how badly he wants this to be perfect, how he's timing breaths like he's timing the oven. But fate had a different recipe written. The pan emerges, and the dream is a shade past golden, more like night. It's the sort of domestic oops that could trigger frustration in lesser pairs. Except that's not what happens here. Demet looks, blinks, and then laughter bursts out so freely it becomes the moment itself. She crosses to him and wraps the failure in affection, declaring the attempt a triumph. Can, eyes glinting, scratches the back of his neck and delivers a line that has already been claimed by couples everywhere: intention wins the day, right? It sounds playful, but the meaning lands heavy. In their world, love thrives on grace. The cake's a casualty, yes, but the story it gave them is pure gold. Before the next beat plays, a quick reminder: if you want to back the kind of reporting that takes time to craft and care to tell, the join button is right there. A modest membership keeps Secrets Behind the Stars independent and fearless, and you'll get badges that shout, "I was here first." We can't wait to welcome you to the inner circle. The narrative keeps moving, trading sugar for sweat. We see a glimpse of their fitness rhythm, and it wrestles the cliché that celebrity equals endless leisure. There are reps and repetition, breath held and released, the quiet pact between two people pushing each other to grow. Ken steps into coach mode, teasing the camera with a half-joke about his most demanding role being Demet's personal trainer. She shoots him a look mid-plank that says equal parts, "I adore you," and "Don't you dare add another set," and somehow that look feels like 20 episodes of character development rolled into one. What we witness is not vanity, it's partnership. He paces her through the burn. She rises to meet the challenge. Together they forge a strength with carryover far beyond the gym. Then suddenly, the scenery changes as if someone painted the world while they were sleeping. A forest wrapped in snow, quiet as a held breath, and their four-legged companions bounding like joy with fur. Ken bolts forward with the reckless energy of a kid set loose on holiday, the dogs racing after him, skills and speed on show. Demet's voice floats over the images, warm and teasing, "My little wild things." It becomes a portrait of softness, of people who know how to honor life outside flashbulbs, who let nature and animals remind them of their own gentler edges. A simple walk, an uncomplicated sky, and your chest loosens. That's the texture of their happiness. But all of it, all the giggles and the breathing and the crunchy snow, is just prelude to the crescendo. The reel reaches the cusp of a new calendar, and the mood deepens into velvet. Sportswear surrenders to sleek lines, candles glow like secrets, and time seems to slow to the pace of a heartbeat. Midnight nears. There's a hush. They lean into each other as if the room might fall away. And then, in the smallest motion, one that body language experts will be replaying on loop, Ken's hand slips up and finds Demet's hair with a gentleness that says devotion, not claim. Eyes meet, and in that exchange 1,000 scripts crumble. What's there requires no dialogue. It's not a spark. It's a steady ember, painstakingly tended, hot at the core. You think that's the end. You think the cut will come on that embrace, that the scene will fade out with the cheers outside. But the frame holds. Letters rise on the screen, a final whisper before the curtain, a hint that something new is closer than anyone expects. Just like that, a million theories begin sprinting. Industry minds point to a strategic move, perhaps a joint project poised to detonate the box office. Given the tone of everything we've just seen, others lean toward a step that carries more gravity. Is there a private ceremony quietly being plotted, a union waiting to stop the country in its tracks? Or, and let's let the heart dream, could it be news that the family is ready to grow? Watch the last seconds again, the way they hold their space as though guarding a flame. That serenity has people feeling certain the next chapter isn't a maybe. It's a matter of timing. Ken Yaman and Demet Özdemir didn't toss a press release into the wind, they dropped a stone into still water and let the ripples do what ripples do. They chose mystery over explanation, poetry over bullet points, leaving the blanks for us to fill with hope. Here at Secrets Behind the Stars, our eyes are trained on every small tell, rings that appear and disappear, schedules that suddenly align, whispers between teams, so that when this story blooms, you hear it from us first. Now it's your turn to step into the conversation. Flood the comments. Are we on the eve of a blockbuster collab, a wedding that will rewrite the year, or a tender announcement that will melt the internet? What do you feel in your gut after watching their private world pulse with so much life? Your voice shapes this channel, and your engagement keeps us strong. If this deep, cinematic breakdown gave you chills, hit like, share it with the fandom, and consider becoming a member by tapping join. It's the best way to ensure that this kind of careful, empathetic storytelling continues to have a home. Thank you for trusting us to guide you through the noise and toward the heartbeat. Stay close, stay curious, and above all, keep your eyes on Secrets Behind the Stars. Until next time, family.